Tom Corlison's coming home.
So what did I miss? What did I miss? I heard some mess about Disney and DeSantis. Hello, I'm Tom Corlison. I'll be the first convict at Lake Buena Vista Correctional Facility.
Spaceballs, the hotel, coming only to the Walt Disney World Resort in the search for more money.
The Butt Strummer. Jackson, what do you think that is?
Barnstormer?
The Barnstormer.
The butt strummer is an attraction on OBT, I believe.
Certainly is.
At least on Star Cruiser, you were paying 2 to 3 times as much as you probably should have, but you were getting an amazing guest experience.
And because people believed in it, they let the creative people kind of run wild. This is News Today with WDW News Today. I'm Tom Corliss of WDWNT.com. Please like this video, subscribe, and hit the notifications bell to make sure you never miss the latest from the Disney theme parks around the world. Here now the news for June 2nd, 2023. The colossal scope and ambition of the upcoming Tiana's Bayou adventure attraction at Disneyland in the Magic Kingdom is now coming into full view, as several major announcements were made this week regarding the content that will comprise the storytelling and ambiance of the ride. Walt Disney Imagineering is teaming up with award-winning artists P.J. Morton and Terrence Blanchard on a soundtrack for both the ride itself and the queue guests will wait in. P.J. Morton is writing, arranging, and producing an original song for the attraction as well. He is performing on and producing the sessions in New Orleans of all new arrangements, along with favorites from The Princess and the Frog. The intent is to provide an ambiance that pays homage to the rich culture of jazz and countless musicians of several genres who have called New Orleans home. Terrence Blanchard is arranging the music for the attraction's queue. The music will combine a medley of instrumental ingredients, quote, to cook up something worth savoring. As well, new audio-animatronics are coming to the attraction, the first announcement indicating specifics about original characters for the new thrill ride thus far. Some of the brand new audio-animatronic figures will bring the invigorating sounds of New Orleans to life. Take this new rendering of Prince Naveen's brother Ralphie, for example. It's a scene you commonly see in New Orleans, the joie de vivre influencing his every movement as he jams to the beat of his songful soul, or this band of friendly critters playing joyful Zydeco-style music. 17 original audio-animatronic characters will be featured in the attraction, along with multiple Tiana audio-animatronics throughout the experience, and the appearance of other recognizable characters from the Princess and the Frog film, including Louis the alligator, Mama Odie, Prince Naveen's brother Ralphie, as we just mentioned, among the new humans to appear, though the new ensemble will also feature countless animals native to the Louisiana landscape. Meanwhile, the scent of beignets is set to be pumped throughout the queue, along with original new animated content from Walt Disney Animation Studios to enhance the atmosphere throughout the queue and the ride. Obviously, they put this out because they just closed Disneyland Splash Mountain, and they want to, while people are talking about Splash Mountain, they want to talk about what's going to replace it. I will say this. This all sounds great. This sounds like not only do we care, this sounds like the level of commitment to quality that should be involved in every attraction. The fact that there is a fleet of new audio-animatronics being built for a ride, there are original characters being developed for an attraction, even though it's an IP attraction, that it's still going to have some original characters that you'll only find in the park. Original music composition from talented artists, pumping sense into the queue. All of these are extraordinarily positive signs that they are going to try their best to replace Splash Mountain correctly. So I'm very sad that Splash Mountain is gone, but I need them. I cannot have another runaway railway. I need something I love to be replaced with something that is as good or better than it. And I never felt it with Runaway Railway, and that building has just become this thing I regret. What they did every time I walk past it. I do not want that for Splash Mountain. The rule at theme parks is whatever you replace, the next thing has to be bigger and better. And this needs to be a bigger and better Splash Mountain. And it sounds like they're going to try. And that's all I can ask. I'm overjoyed to hear that they're building so many animatronics and developing original content. It's great. Let us know in the comments how you feel, but I'm feeling good about this now. The lunching pad at the Magic Kingdom has the brand new Mike Wazowski cake available. It's $8.29. It's an orange blossom mango mousse cake with a candy eye. You can read our full review of this item at WDWNT.com. A crane has arrived in World Showcase Lagoon in EPCOT for construction of the new nighttime spectacular to replace Harmonious. The crane is on a barge in the center of the lagoon with smaller barges around it. The final Harmonious barges were removed from the lagoon 2 weeks ago. Though the next EPCOT Nighttime Spectacular won't have as many barges constantly obstructing the view of World Showcase as Harmonious did, construction is still necessary to ensure new fireworks barges can be held in place on the lagoon. EPCOT Forever is currently being performed nightly in World Showcase, but it's just a temporary show before a new 100th Anniversary Nighttime Spectacular debuts later this year. Disney's calling it a 100th Anniversary Nighttime Spectacular. It's not necessarily. It's going to happen to debut as part of the 100th, but it's meant to be a permanent new nighttime show. This program is brought to you by our official travel agent sponsor, Be Our Guest Vacations. Your dream vacation begins with Be Our Guest Vacations and their concierge team of expert vacation planners. Head on over to beourguestvacations.com/WDWNT and their team will design your next magical vacation, from Disney World and Disneyland Resorts to the Disney Cruise Line to Adventures by Disney and more. They're also able to book unforgettable VIP tours where you and your group can experience the ultimate park day. And the best part is their concierge services are 100% free to you. So book today. The turning of a new month also means a new monthly cookie at the beloved Gideon's Bakehouse in Disney Springs. And this month we get an all-new treat, the Sea Turtle Cookie. It's $6.50. It's premium chocolate, homemade caramel, and whole candy pecans sprinkled with signature sea salt. You can read the review again at WDWNT.com. Disneyland Paris is implementing flexible conditions for current bookings due to another planned cast member strike on Saturday, June 3rd. According to a DLP report, due to the cast member strike action planned for Saturday, Disneyland Paris is implementing flexible conditions for current bookings. Guests may postpone their visit to a later date. Dated tickets may be rescheduled or refunded, and non-dated ticket registrations can be moved back as late as 10 a.m. on Saturday. Typically, Disneyland Paris allows guests to adjust bookings when the trip is 7 or more days in advance, but due to the strike circumstances, they have temporarily reduced the stringency of the policy. Adventures by Disney is offering guests a once-in-a-lifetime journey aboard a private jet to every Disney theme park in the world, along with several bucket list destinations, and it could be yours all for the low, low price of just under $115,000. That's a joke. That's the price, though. I'm joking that it's affordable. The trip is known as the Disney Theme Parks Around the World, a private jet adventure. This year's journey comes on the heels of a similar offering last year, which sold out entirely during pre-sales. From the Adventures by Disney website, I'll read the rest. Embark on a bucket list adventure for 75 ultimate Disney fans. This dream vacation spans 24 days and covers 6 countries, visits to 12 uniquely magical Disney theme parks, as well as 3 iconic landmarks, the Taj Mahal, the Pyramids of Giza, and the Eiffel Tower. And throughout the trip, you'll stay in world-class accommodations and travel in luxury aboard a VIP-configured Boeing 757 operated by Icelandair with long-range capabilities that allow for direct flights to maximize your time in each destination. You'll also enjoy personal access to experts and staff who provide fun and fact-filled stories, enabling you to be immersed in every location you visit. Booking will begin on the following dates. On June 12th, previous Adventures by Disney guests who have traveled on 3 or more adventures can book. On June 14th, all previous Adventures by Disney guests. On June 16th, Golden Oak members, that's people that live at Golden Oak at Walt Disney World. And on June 19th, the general public, but again, last year did not make it to the general public. The trip is again scheduled to last 24 days, including 69 meals, and lucky adventurers will visit a total of 31 sites. And there are 2 jet adventures planned, with the first being June 16th of 2024 through July 9th of 2024. The second will be from July 28th of 24 to August 20th of 24. The $114,995 price tag does not include transportation to Southern California, which is where the itinerary begins. The journey includes time in Anaheim, San Francisco, Tokyo, Shanghai, Hong Kong, Agra, Cairo, Paris, and Orlando. can view the itinerary on their website, but here's a few highlights. Beginning at Disney's Grand Californian Hotel and Spa at the Disneyland Resort, guests will check in before a private welcome dinner at the Lincoln Theater in Disneyland Park, followed by fireworks in a secluded viewing area. The next day, guests will visit the Walt Disney Studios, including an exclusive tour of the Walt Disney Archives, Walt Disney Animation Studios, Walt Disney's Office Suite, Marvel Studios, various sound stages, the Animation Building, the Sweatbox, the Ink and Paint Building, the Rotunda dining room, and Studio Store and Employee Center, all before being whisked back to the Disneyland Resort in time for World of Color at California Adventure. After an additional day at Disneyland Resort, the group will jet off to San Francisco for a visit to the Walt Disney Family Museum in the city's Presidio before a tour of Lucasfilm. On the following day, the luxury configured private jet heads to Tokyo, Japan, with one stop in Anchorage, Alaska. Days 7, 8, and 9 will be spent with visits to the Tokyo Disney Resort and some optional tours before moving on to Shanghai for 2 days, followed by Hong Kong, where everyone in the group will celebrate the halfway point of the journey, perhaps with a visit to Mystic Manor. After traveling to Agra, India, adventurers will take in the majesty of the Taj Mahal, along with a number of other local sites. On day 16, the private jet will take travelers to Cairo, Egypt, where they'll be able to take in the pyramids of Giza and the Great Sphinx. On day 17th, it'll be time to head to Disneyland Paris. Highlights include the Paris Walt Disney Imagineering Experience, a VIP tour at Disneyland Park and Walt Disney Studios Park, exclusive show viewing, and more. For the 19th day, the private jet will finally take its travelers to Orlando, Florida for the Walt Disney World Resort, including a stay at Disney's Grand Floridian Resort and Spa. Transportation will be provided by Adventures by Disney to Orlando International Airport, where guests will then be responsible for their own voyage home. There are things about this experience that are really cool, like that Paris Imagineering VIP thing sounds super cool. I've still not been to the Family Museum in San Francisco. That's the thing I've got to do. There's some things like that sound super cool. Lucasfilm. I don't think this is the best way to experience those parks if you've not been to them. I really like the first time I go, as a Disney fan, I like the first time I go to a new Disney park or resort. I like to have enough time to really take that in. 3 days in Tokyo is never going to feel like enough to me. I know if people ask, I generally say bare minimum 4, and that's me just trying to be a functional human being and understand that other people are not as insane as I am. But that's no amount of time in the Tokyo parks ever feels like enough. And I mean, Tokyo, the country, there's incredible things to see beyond the parks. Too, so it's really hard to, as a Disney fan, to plan a Japan trip because you're going to want so much park time, but also you really got to go see some of the local sites too, and just some of the places throughout the country, not just in Tokyo. So it's a little rushed at times. Again, it's still a long trip, but some of those sites are a little rushed at times. So I mean, if I had the money just to experience some of those individual special VIP things, I would go, but. I don't think it's a good way for anyone to go to any of those places for the first time. I would not recommend that, but I don't know if there's a lot of people who are looking to book this who are watching this show. Probably not. Either way. For the absolute latest on these stories and all those that didn't make it into today's show, be sure to check WDWNT.com and follow us on all your favorite social media platforms. You can support the entire team behind this show and others by joining the WDWNT Interglobe Society at patreon.com/WDWNT. Get access to exclusive content, discounted show and event tickets, and more. Special shout out to all of our WIGS members watching who make the show happen every week. A quick warning, I am not going to be on the show on Monday. I know I've missed a lot of shows the last couple months. This should be the last one for a while. Jason, Eric, and I are actually heading out to Marceline, Missouri. I've never been. There's an event happening there this weekend, and of course, we have to make the pilgrimage to Marceline to celebrate Walt and Roy. So. But I will be back on Wednesday. Jill will be with you for the news on Monday. For the worldwide leader in Disney Parks news, this is Tom Corliss saying, enjoy the rest of your today and have a great, big, beautiful tomorrow.
From WDWNT TV, this is Park Center. Join us each week for news and discussion topics from the Disney and Universal theme parks around the world. We cover the stories in a quick, concise, and fun format, and then our panel breaks down and debates some of the biggest issues and what they mean for us, the parks fans. From the latest announcements to openings and delays to scandals and snacks and merchandise and more, we'll cover it all in 90 minutes. Join us live every Sunday night at 9 p.m. Eastern on YouTube at WDWNT TV, or watch episodes on demand anytime. You can also subscribe to the audio version of the show on your favorite podcast app.